This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Okay, team. So, okay, we are going to start our training today on CICS. In CICS, we are going to discuss all these topics we are going to discuss 15, 16, 17. Basically, 17 is not a concept, it is a logic. Okay, so if you are clear, comfortable 1 to 13 or 14, you should do yourself. That is 17th topic, requirement, assignment, problem statement. Okay, so because it's a logic, how you write a matching logic, something like that, right? So we are going to discuss all the topics except 15, 16, 17. Okay, so 15th, 16th, 17th. So then how we will learn, right? There might be a question. I will provide recorded videos of my previous batch. Okay, I will give you the recorded videos for 15, 16 and 17. Okay, so for our existing participants, the who are attending from last 2 months, right? Who attended DB2, who attended JCL COBOL, right? So you already got the videos link access. I already sent in today's morning, so you are good to start watching them. Then whoever going to attend only CSS training, for them I will send you recorded videos to you later. Okay, I'll tell you the context and everything why I am talking. Except 15, 16, 17th topics, rest of the topics I will explain in the training virtually. Okay, so today I'll start introduction to CICS and I'll explain second topic also. Then I will start third one also. Okay, so these are the topics we are going to discuss in the training, as I said. So to attend the CICS training, okay, you should know COBOL minimal. If you don't know DB2, it is okay, but you should know COBOL. Minimum COBOL is required. If you don't know COBOL, okay, then I request you to don't join this training because it is not suitable for you, because everything is totally depends on the COBOL. Okay, so it is suitable for the people who are developers. This course is suitable for the people who are having development experience, who are working on development projects. For them it is very useful. So that is all about your prerequisites. So Venkat, you might be having a question. Venkat, I don't know CICS, do I am able to understand? Yes, 100% you will be able to understand, as we are discussing from the scratch, from basics we are going to start discussing. Hence, if you don't know, if you are at zero level, if you are if you don't know anything, still you can attend this training. Still you can attend the this training. Is it clear?
Missing.
So at any moment, if you have any queries, you are good to ask my team. Yeah, yeah. So how our training goes, team? First, today, as I said, first three topics we will be discussing. From third topic, we will be getting into practical. Okay. Today, most of the time we will spend theoretically, but from tomorrow, our time 1 hour. The duration is 9 to 10 p.m. So the entire 1 hour we are going to spend time on server only. So I don't refer much PPTs and notepads. I'll directly use the server to explain the concept. So because it is a practical oriented training. Then so first we will see you know what is CSS, what is the role of CSS in mainframe and all of them. Later, how to develop the screens, okay, like a web page. In Java or .NET, we call as a web page, PAGE page. But here we call as a screen. Okay, either you can call as a screen or you can call as a map. So we are going to discuss the maps. There are three macros are there. We'll be discussing them. Then we have to write the code. Once you write the code, compile it, and how to run in a CICS region, all of them we'll discuss. First, I will create a 3 to 4 screens so that you'll get the terminology of CICS. Then after, we will be starting with the COBOL and CICS combination. So then once you know how to create the screens, we can use them in our application program. We can use in our application program. So how to write a COBOL CICS program, what is the translator, everything we'll see. Then how to integrate function keys in our online application program. Okay, so then we will see how to integrate files and everything. Okay, so how we can integrate files, database as a database, how you can use all of them, we'll see it. And how do you do exception handling, how we can handle how we can handle these exceptions. If any runtime exception comes, how we handle it, so that we are going to discuss. Okay, so another important topic is pseudo conversational technique. I'll explain third technique, one and first and second technique. You can explore it once I'm done with the program. Okay, so as I said, DB2 also is there, and the server which I am using, which you are going to get, so that DB2 doesn't support, guys, for your information. Only you can watch our video and you can learn it. Okay, TSQ you can practice, that is not a problem. TDQ in here we will discuss only theory, not a practical. Paging logic you can implement practically on server. The server which we have, except DB2 and TDQ, everything you can do hands-on. Okay, so that is something related to practical part. So I'll pause for 1 minute. Any queries in this topics list? Okay, yeah, yeah, good. So this then we are going to start our training, I guess. Yeah. Okay, team. So regarding anything else, if you have any queries, you can reach out to me. So I will set the context, team. So this particular training, okay, who joined newly today, I'm telling to you guys, because we started our training 2 months back, I guess, December, November, October, right? So we started in October first week around, or second week. We started with the mainframe basics, that is TSY SPF, then JCL, VSAM, COBOL, DB2. So till yesterday, okay, we keep discussing all these topics. Yesterday I completed DB2. So for them, I'm starting CICS, and I invited others to join CICS because some of the developers knows already CICS, sorry, DB2 COBOL. Hence, they don't attend those modules. That is the reason I invite the people who are interested to attend only CICS. Okay, is it clear? So this is the context. Sometimes I might say that already we discussed in COBOL. What does mean? We are already this is the current batch, right? Running batch. So you should not get confusion over there. So this is the context of our batch team and where we are, right? So I'll proceed with my explanation team. At any point of time, if you have any queries, you can stop my presentation at any time, right? So now we'll start with the CICS. Okay, what is CICS? Okay, so customer information control system. Okay, CICS stand customer information control system. So CICS is like a front end technology in mainframe. Okay, it is a front end technology in mainframe. So apart from CICS, what else is there? We have a IMS DB. IMS DB is a hierarchical database, whereas IMS DC is a again it is a front end technology in mainframe. But IMS DC is a older version, the older one, whereas CICS is the latest. Not I don't say latest, but compared to DC, CICS is better younger one. I can say CICS is a younger one. With the CICS, okay, we can create the screens. Okay, we can create the screens, call them as a maps. We can call them as a page. We can call them as a page. If you see ATM machines, not all the ATM machines, okay. If you go to other countries, US, UK, or Europe countries, right, you will see CICS as a front end. They will be using, CICS as a front end their business. Okay, so I would like to give one example here. Okay, so as already here there are some senior people also there in this particular uh, group, so I would like to you also to add some examples if you seen, if you noticed, if you have seen, discussed with your friends. Okay, I would like to hear something from you as well. As so where CICS is used, right? ATM machines, anywhere end user interaction is there. Okay, ATM machines or banks. Okay, in banks also we can use CICS. I'll give one example. Okay, now those machines are not there. 10 years back, I can say 8 years back, in front of each railway station, okay, in front of each railway station and railway reservation counter, I can say particularly in front of railway reservation counter or ticket counter, before in front of that there is a one machine to check the seats availability, and there is to check the PNR status. Okay, so that is developed on mainframes. And if you see in railway, counters also, right? They will be using most of the times. Okay, earlier they were using most of the times only function keys and not much mouse. Okay, so those two examples which I have seen, I have not been to any country other than India. Okay, so I would like to hear from you. Anyone would like to share your examples here? I know there are some senior people on here, so please feel free to add. I will pause for 1 minute to hear from something more from you.
I belongs to retail technology. Walmart, my client is there with the if anywhere the user is adding or deleting, they'll use CICS screen only.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Venkat. Okay.
Like I say, it is a Ratnadeep more that kind of thing. Walmart.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah, Amulya, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, for me, see, I was working on CICS, but mostly I was working on IMS DC. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, because for my client, it was FedEx. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so they are using only IMS, hierarchical database. They are only, I came to know that slash for that IMS DC. So that's why CSS is, I'm not new actually. I know, but more they are more to CSS. I know about IMS DC. So yeah, I just want to understand how actually CSS is different than anyway. I know only, but yeah, because of this training only, maybe I will get some more information. So yeah, so thanks
Yeah,
for connecting.
yeah. IMSDC, how it works? Can you give one or two broader way for our participants? Like IMS, you're saying FedEx, right? Your client is FedEx.
Yes.
So we don't want any terminology. Your client data at all. The core functionality.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you please add something?
I mean, adding into you want me to add for IMS DC?
Yeah, yeah. I mean the screens. How what type of the screens? How you use the IMSDC in our experience or in our project? That is the one I'm asking. I'm not asking about IMSDC. I mean, what type of the screens you used in your project?
Already it was designed because it's so old. Na, IMS actually that is the reason I never got a chance to. But I know how to run the IMS any screen and all. That slash for that transaction ID. That is the keyword I'm using. Okay, this is what I can say. But I never designed any screen actually. So CSS that's why CSS and that's why my more interest on the CSS. But I will tell you, know, DS, MST, MDI, MDF, all these things. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I will. Okay, you please go ahead, Venkat. I will let you know.
Yeah, yeah. Got it. Yeah, thanks, thanks. I would like to hear from others. Anyone want to?
So we have a three-layer architecture. We have a Java-based screens, and then there is a middleware, and then the message is passed to the host, which we call it as, which we all know as a mainframe. So there is a mapping
Mhm.
available, which front screen will execute what transaction on host. So the middleware will initiate the host, will trigger the transaction on the host end, and in a similar way, the data from the host will go out.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. That is there in our, yeah. Thanks for adding this little bit some more stuff here. I'm trying to give more description about the points what you raised, what you mentioned. Yeah. So yeah, so our colleagues added, right? You can Google it later where CS used. You will get a lot. So if you see in any technology team, there are three layers will be there. One is presentation layer. The one is presentation layer. So this layer is a common in any technology. The layers which I'm talking today is not is not specific to mainframe technology only. Presentation layer. Then we have something called business layer. The third one is database layer. Okay. So I'll try to first explain presentation layer is a CSS screens or IMS DC screens, whatever you call, right? IMS DC screens. The business layer is COBOL or PL1. So business layer is a COBOL core. So the database layer is a DB2 or files or IMS DB. So the presentation layer is nothing but what end user is seeing and operating. Whatever the end users are doing on the screen. Let's take an example called ATM. So in ATM, if you select a three, let's say three bank statement, withdrawal, something like that, or withdrawal or mini statement. So what you do some, you press some options. Based on that options, that operation request goes to COBOL. Okay, if it is necessary, if it is needed, it will pass it to the database layer. Okay, so it will be passed to the database layer. So it will pass from presentation. Once you type some number, that will be passed to COBOL. COBOL see what end user is typed, what we should give response back to the end user. Let's say you selected, once you insert the card, what happens? It will ask you the pin, right? So what, as end user, what you do, once you enter the pin, is it a valid or not? It should validate, right? So once you enter the password, that will be received into COBOL. COBOL will do the preliminary, basic validations which it can be done. After doing the basic validations, it will be passed to database layer. So the entered password against the debit card or credit card or that particular account is valid or not. It will check wherever it is present. Then it will send the response back to COBOL. COBOL will pass it to the presentation layer. So this is how it works. Okay, when we have this mechanism. Okay, when you have this mechanism. Now if you ask me other technology, so we have HTML, JavaScript, sorry, HTML, CSS, Angular, all of them. Okay, as part of the presentation layer, the web pages which you are seeing, all of them are here. The next one, business layer, is the one they use core Java technology, when Java, core Java programming, object-oriented concepts. The database layer is Oracle or other SQL Server, other databases. Okay, other databases, right? So this is how it works. I mean, these are the components in Java technology. These are all the things in Java technology. Okay, team. So in case of front end is mainframe. This is the flow. But what happens actually in real time, as Preeti said, it is not happen. It is not going to happen what I explained. Okay. So in real time, the clients will use front end as a Java technology. Front end they will use as a Java technology. Backend, to store their data, they use mainframe. So 70 to 80% of the clients do use mainframe for that only. So the screens are in another technology, but the storage is in mainframe technology. So if still you are hearing, right? So mainframe, you know what are the clients are there in mainframe technology, but all of them may not be using mainframe to for front end. So they used other technologies for front end, and finally they are storing the data in mainframe. You know the reasons for security and other reasons. Now what happens, team? How it works? Okay, in case of other technology, how it works. So first one is, okay, so the first one here, team. Let's say this is the Java technology. Okay, assume that this is the Java technology or other technology. So end user will use web page. Okay, end user will use web page. So whatever you are doing on the Java, okay, with some channel, through some channel, it will come to mainframe. Okay, it will come to mainframe, right? And mainframe, which database they use? DB2 or files. So the exchange between Java and mainframe is through middleware. Okay, WebSphere, MQ, CICS, web services. Okay, nowadays they are using APIs also. Okay, CICS web services nothing but APIs. Okay, so application program API calls they use it. Okay, are middleware tools. Okay, through these two components, they will exchange the data between Java to mainframe to Java. Okay, once we get the data into mainframe, so through COBOL program, we will store either in the files or database. Okay, so is it clear? So what happens, team? We will be having screens here also. Here we will be having a screens. How Java screens are there. Similar way, we will have a CICS screens. The replica of Java screens will be the fields, number of fields. Okay, login, user ID, password. We will create a screen for that, and we will store in the form of CICS screens in mainframe. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Venkat.
Others, I hope you're clear.
Yes, Venkat.
Next. Okay, right. Let's come back to CICS. Okay, CICS is a subsystem. Okay, CICS is a subsystem. In mainframe, what are the subsystems are there, team? It is an entry question. I am asking you as interviewer. What are the subsystems in mainframe? What are the subsystems in mainframe technology? You don't need to know CICS to give the answer for this question. It's a basic question. You should know if you are having mainframe experience. You should know this.
Yes, your the different subsystem is the DB2, VSAM, JCL, COBOL. These are the different subsystem, right?
I don't know. You have to tell. You have to tell.
Yes. Yeah, these are the subsystems.
Okay.
DB2 IMS VTAM.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So what you told, everything is not correct. Okay. DB is a subsystem. IMS DB, DC is a subsystem. CICS is a subsystem. VTAM is a subsystem. DES is a subsystem. Okay. COBOL is not a subsystem. Okay. This is a COBOL. Okay. And files, VSAM, JCL are not subsystems. What is the meaning of subsystem? Okay. I hope you got the point, right? What is subsystem mean? Like, what are the subsystem? How we classified? Okay, you might be having a question. How we classified these components as a subsystems? Okay, how you are saying JCL is not a subsystem, right? So there are two things. Okay, when DB, first of all, DB2, IMS DB, DC, or CACS, to use them we have to take a license. It is not a free version. When you take the mainframe server, when you purchase the license, or when you purchase the mainframe JetOS operating system version, if you purchase JetOS operating system version from IBM, you don't get by default DB2. By default you don't get IMS DB. By default you don't get CACS. You don't get by default all of them. We need to buy them. Okay, so we means the clients will take the license from them, and they will install our once we take the license, once we download the software. Once I'll give you another example. Okay, so in India, we use all free trial versions and all, right? But in our office laptop, okay, because in this batch most of them are, not most, 99 point, as per my knowledge, everyone having experience are currently working on it. Outlook is a open or free source, or Outlook is a open source, or it will come with the Windows operating system. You have a office laptop, correct? You have a office laptop. Tell me now.
Paid one, right? For Office 365.
Yeah, what about others? Yeah, so Outlook is not a uh, open source. Okay, you have a Windows operating system already. Companies took the license to use Windows operating system, but Outlook is not open source. You have to purchase it. Point one. Okay, there are some tools, softwares. Okay, also we have to take a license. When we means company should take the license, then only they can use it for their clients. Are you getting my point? So the point here, team, what we have to do first, we have to purchase the software. We need to install it. We need to install and we can use it. Same case with the mainframe subsystem also. First to take the DB2 subsystems. First you take the DB2 subsystem license. When purchase the DB2 license, they will give some license code, key we call as a key, and once we get the key, we will tell to our mainframe admin, hey boss, okay, we got the license, we got these are the keys. So what mainframe admin do? They will install software. They will install DB2 software in JetWise system. Okay, and once they install, the subsystem will run on its own address space. Okay, so it always subsystem, it runs on separate memory on its own address, but it is managed controlled by JetOS. So there is a specific address space for subsystems. Okay, for VSAM there is no subsystem, no separate address space. For COBOL there is no separate address space. For COBOL, JCL, VSAM there is no separate address space. But for DB2 there is some separate memory in JetOS operating system. So that particular memory is going to monitor by JetOS. Okay. So two ways we can differentiate. One is, okay, when you take the license for JetOS, you will not get all of them for free of cost. Okay, the things which you purchase and install it, that is the one, and it runs on its own address space. I hope you are clear what I said. So now CICS is a subsystem. Okay, we have to take a license, admin should install it, then we are good to use CICS until unless it is not available. So CICS is a subsystem, IMS DB or DZ also subsystem, right? So yeah, so CICS is a old module, old component only. It is not developed recently. It is not a new one. It is developed long back. Okay, so yeah, that's all about just overview of CNCS, how the CNCS, what exactly is CSCS, and role of CSCS in mainframe. So, sometimes interviewer might ask you, do you know online application experience? So, answer is, as of now, you should say no. Because, okay, in order to say yes for online application experience, you should know CSCS. Okay, most of them works on bank applications. Okay, most of them works on bank applications. So like in a batch application, you will get experience on COBOL, DB2, JCL, VSAM, but not CICS, not CICS. So Online application only comes in case of when there is a CICS or IMS DC. Okay, so I would like to bring few differences between DB2 batch and online application. Batch and online application. So, what are the differences, team? Batch, online. So, in batch application, no
Okay, record,
user
record.
interaction. 1 minute, 1 minute. No end user interaction. So there is no end user interaction. Okay, in batch application. In online application, end user interaction will be there with the application. Yeah. Whereas batch, go ahead now, please answer. Yeah, ask me now, Amolya.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, here you said DB2 and IMS DB. Okay. The thing is, IMS DB is more faster than DB2. I think it will take only the limitation. It's a no, it's a tree structure actually. These are the different features actually. IMS supports applications from different languages such as Java and XML, and IMS application and data can be accessed over any platform. And IMS DB is more fast than DB2. These are the and the only limitation. It's a inverted. No, it's a very complex IMS DB. Yeah, this is what I. Yeah, but basically, compared to DB2, IMS is more faster. This is what I wanted to say. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So you are saying that IMS DB is more complex than DB2, correct?
Yes, correct. It's like
Yeah,
a. Hmm.
yeah, I know. Yeah, there is a reason for that. See, now what we are getting, okay, the things which we are getting in our current market, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
All are more user friendly. Okay, when you see our parents, okay, I'm talking in general, okay, when you see our parents, the devices which they got is not a user friendly. You take a TV, if you want to switch channel, first you have to touch the TV device. Now
Hmm.
that is not the case, okay. 10 years 15 years back we got a what do you call remotes. Now there is no need of remotes also, you can operate from mobile, right?
Yeah.
So okay, but we don't have even changing channel earlier long back. So the flexibilities are more, right? Whereas I am same rule is applicable here also. IMS DB developed for different purpose, okay, and when there are no databases in market, so that time IMSDB was developed. So that time IMSDB is more useful database compare see, when nothing is there, that will be gold for you, right? It is a diamond for you. Same that time SDB is the one which we have it. Okay, so all databases recently came. Recently means 10 years or 15 years back.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah. Any queries, team? So I know this is not linked with our. Okay. You see that. So initial release in 1966. I know no one born in this before 1966 and before. Anyone part of this category? Anyone born before IMS? So after, you can see, right? So when it was done, so almost 50 years back, can we say 50 years back around? So that much old database. Okay, obviously that time that will be the more flexible, user friendly that time. Yeah, so now it is complex.
Correct. That's correct. For everything means we have to go to from the parent to child, from the top to bottom. In that way, we have to
Yes,
go.
correct, correct. Any queries, team? Okay, let's start. Okay, yeah, one is no end user interaction with the application on. Then so when there is no interaction with the application, how we get the data? How we get the data? So we will get the data from files or database. The example for bank application, this is the one. So front end is a Java, not a mainframe, not a CSS. So through some approach, through some channel, either web service, CICS web services, middleware through WebSphere MQ. Okay, through some middleware tools, we'll get the data into mainframe. Once the data is present in mainframe, so we write a application program to generate the reports. Okay, so I hope you understood. We write a COBOL program to read the data from the file and generate the reports or save the data, right? So that is the example. So we'll get the data into mainframe through some channels, but not end user. So they will enter something in Java. From there we will get it, not direct approach. Okay. So no immediate response back. No immediate response. So what does mean, team? What does mean no immediate response? What does mean? So you know, right? In a batch application, we will get the general reports, pay slips. It goes time basis, timely. You know, every month, every year, or every quarter, every day. That is how it goes. No immediate response. Whereas online application, immediate response. Example, ATM machines. Okay, example is ATM machines. You once you enter pin code, you will get response immediately.
Yeah, that's true, Venkat. Okay, you told right some online job. I mean, it might be daily job or weekly job or even monthly job. Everything already set in the schedule. CS7. CS7 is also
Yes.
IBM product.
Yeah.
CS7.
No, it is not IBM. It's not IBM product, by the way.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So there is no immediate response in a batch application. So there is a immediate response in an application, right? The next example for pay slips, statements, statements. Whereas this one example is ATM transactions, transaction counter, internet banking, and so on. Okay. What else we have? Yeah, we get the data response in user. Yeah. I hope you got it, team.
Yeah, yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, team. So this is are all the differences between online and batch application. So I'll stop for today. We'll discuss what is the macros, how to create we'll start practical part tomorrow itself. Okay. So three to four maps I'll explain in the class. One map will be created in the paging logic that you will get in the form of video. Okay. Yeah. So any queries, team?